today I'm here with Jan, and I'll let him sort of give a quick introduction to what he's been working on.
So my name is Jan Losert. You might know me from my YouTube series, from my Twitter, and from my products. I'm now quite getting into all the Webflow stuff. I'm most likely famous for the Dashboard UI Kit products, which we come up with my friend Roman Guen. And that's about that. I'm really working on some client dashboards mostly, and nowadays on Webflow websites. So that's it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Did you get into Webflow? How long ago did you get into Webflow?
So basically, that's a funny story. So I started with Webflow in December 2018, I think. Yeah, no, 2017. And I basically started sharing the whole story on Instagram. I was like, hey, I'm now learning a new tool. I'll be sharing everything about that. I'll be sharing every issues which I have, and basically trying to show the community, or basically the followers back then, that I'm trying to learn something new. And it was sort of getting quite a good feedback, that people were like, oh, that's pretty cool. I never heard about Webflow. And then some people were like, hey, I tried this yesterday and it's pretty cool. But for me, mostly it was back then. When I had these digital products, it was most likely that I was selling them on Gumroad. So I always had to do some marketing for myself as well, which was basically the, I don't know, 60% of the income which I was generating from those products. And I always had to had some friend, usually a friend, to build me a landing page for it. And it was usually just like a really quick website, done within, like, I don't know, 10 hours. And then I was basically stuck with it, right? Because otherwise I would have to just like call him, and he'd be like, hey man, can you just help me again? I need to change one button. And he will be like, not really. And it was just getting annoying for him and for me as well. So basically I always just like ended up with landing page for like a year, and then I was just like, hey, I need to create a new one. So this was more for me like, hey, I'm now able to own something, and if I'll be able to learn how to do that, this will be pretty cool, right? So I basically actually started with Redimag, like, I don't know, 3 months before Webflow.
Yeah.
Where I did my symbols and symbols and style guide, I think it is. I did the landing page there. It was pretty easy. Yeah, for me back then it was super easy. It was just like copy paste, since that's basically canvas based, you're not really coding anything. But they had like, if you want to export the stuff, it was just like, I don't know, $80 per month or something, which seemed ridiculous back then. And Webflow was basically way cheaper than this for really exporting the stuff and not hosting it with them, with the Redimag. So I started with this, and yeah, I started sharing all of that. Basically learned everything within the university, without really learning anything outside. So I can't really code anything. And then basically, Brian, the CTO of Webflow, contacted me, and he was just like, "Hey man, this is cool," and we started chatting. And over the I don't know, 8 or 9 months, he was basically just like randomly saying, hey, what about being being a designer on our team? And that's how I ended up in Webflow. So yeah, and
Awesome.
that's how I basically sort of, it was like a really it was just, it's like a really nice case study for them as well, for Webflow, that it's basically just like someone who was sitting at home struggling with the code, or like without the code, and then basically within, I don't know, 7 months, I was able to create my portfolio, all of the landing pages, basically everything then we released was coded by me, which is fascinating to me still to this day, that I am now able to even code something and it's a real thing. And I'm still not able to write a single line, which seems like a really weird thing. But I think that's what's magical about the no code thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. Funnily enough, anyone who works at MakerPad, they started off as a MakerPad member. So they started off like learning about NoCode. Some of the team were very early in when it was a side project for me, and then yeah, have just like progressed and got better and better and started being more curious about things. And then all of a sudden, they're on a team and they're doing like tutorials and everything else better than me. And it's like yeah, your own community. If you can hire from there, that I think that's a really powerful thing to show and have that story.
Yeah.
So what else interests you about the no code movement then? Is there any other products you're looking to do now? Because I think was it primarily before it was like design based files, icons and things like that you did, and then now are you looking more like product things where you can link a few things together, or what?
Right. So in terms of tools, I've been recently looking only at MemberStack because I feel like that's the only thing which I can easily get around with. But in terms of like building on my own, I think I'll again focus on basically back in 2018. I released two products. Sort of, I'm not sure if it's nice to call them products, but sort of like a two showcase templates or like a projects, which really took off, which was really interesting for me as well in terms of like the affiliate program and everything.
Yeah,
So I think I will get really now back to doing this because I think that's Webflow has really cool affiliate project program, which can be really which can generate some nice income for people here in Europe, for example. It's probably not sustainable for people living in SF. That will be probably a
yeah,
lot of templates, but here it's quite good. And I think just like building the stuff and then sharing how I'm building it will be the next mission for me, definitely. So yeah.
yeah,
I'm really thinking about signing up for the template marketplace program. That will be a tricky one because the templates has to be really top notch. But for the showcase, I think you can really basically create anything you want in terms of like, I don't know, like a simple blog, and then just like share it with the community, and then just leave like the affiliate link somewhere there, and just like get some free money from that as well. So that's kind of nice in terms of this.
yeah. I
You're just
think
leaving something nobody is paying for. Sorry, I'm still interrupting you.
no, carry on.
Uh, nobody is basically paying you for basically nobody is paying you. They don't know that you're getting any money from that because if they will sign up, you will get the cut. So nobody is like knowingly giving you any money without. So I think that's the easiest and sort of not like a weird way how to make money in these days, because usually you will have to be like on Instagram or something. Hey, this is Webflow.
Yeah, yeah,
You need to buy with this code and say 15%, and then I will get, I don't know, 7. It's just like, hey, this is something what can really help you build your website.
yeah.
Uh, it's for free, but if you will sign up, I will get some money. So it's like it's also a proof that somebody is actually using it, right, for me as well, which I think is it's really cool in terms of like the how this works. But yeah,
Yeah, for
keep
sure.
asking.
So I've bought a few templates on Webflow. I've got your dashboard UI kit, and the yeah,
Dashboard
recommended.
UI kit isn't for Webflow. Dashboard UI
Oh,
kit,
really?
and people seem to think that it is. We had like
Oh,
four people who bought Dashboard UI kit, which is now, wait, let me point it out, is only Sketch, Photoshop, and XD resource, mostly Sketch, and then there's like 15 React screens which you can then plug into your backend or something. But it's not Webflow. But we had already like 5 people who just like, hey, where are these Webflow templates? And I'm always just like, hey, how did you ended up here with
yeah.
the purchase, thinking this is Webflow thing? So yeah, my Webflow thingies are only the cards
Ah,
2.0 and cards which are on the showcase. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So I got cards from the showcase, but I had dashboard UI kit for Sketch earlier on. So yeah, maybe that's where I'm getting it mixed up. But yeah, I've had both. But yeah, I mean, I buy templates on Webflow not because I want the template. it's because I want a component of that. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
something on there, like the cards
Yeah.
you said, and the showcase for Webflow. A lot of it is about the smaller component, and I've thought it'd be really interesting. Like the guys who are doing Tailwind UI, where they
Mm-hmm.
have. I mean, I pay for that. I'm not a designer or a developer, but it just like allows me to see like how I can change the padding and the margins, the drop shadows, whatever, to mimic the design that they have, like in Webflow. So I've always thought, well, why not? Like, I wonder if there's going to be someone who just like builds like Tailwind UI, but for Webflow. So it's like you have all these components,
Mm-hmm.
and you can just easily copy paste them across. Because I think that's why people buy, yeah, the templates. And if you could just buy one membership or whatever it was to one thing that had all these different types of stuff, then I mean that's what people did in Sketch, right? And it's the same thing in
Yeah.
like with Webflow. You just end up having a live site rather than then having to translate it over yourself to code. So yeah, if you decide to go down that route, let me know.
No, definitely. That's that. Yeah, I think cards are sort of made in a similar fashion that you're basically just building with components. Tailwind is yeah, might be. But I think there is different audiences for these things. So basically, I think templates are, as you said, you're one of the audience. I think you're the smaller one because I think otherwise it's more like I don't know, business owners
Yeah,
who don't have the particular skill, but they just find something what they like, just send it to some of their friends, and they will just sort of put it together. I think that's the bigger one, bigger audience. But yeah, definitely, there are people who just buy a template to just like find a way how to design something like that in Webflow as well. So yeah.
yeah, for sure. Is there anything else in sort of no code space that you want to touch on? Is there anything you've seen, played around with, or want to be doing with no code specifically, or is it more on the Webflow design side that you're sort of staying on at the moment?
I feel like I'm still staying on the Webflow side. I actually bought a few books now about JavaScript, so
Oh,
I'm trying to now learn how to write something custom. Because I had like few things where I work on some sites where I just wanted, I don't know, after this was obviously CSS thing, but it was like after, I don't know, third item I want to display like subscribe button. Or something like that, and then we had like one issue where we wanted to display a pop-up after 15 seconds. The user is on the side, and then save it to cookies that he saw the pop-up. So these things are something small, and hopefully easy to learn. That's what we will find out in the upcoming years.
yeah,
But yeah, this is something what I think and really enhance your sort of skill with Webflow once you have your way around these little things, because I think with just like a few lines of code you can really come up with something way more creative than what Webflow allows you in terms of the main suite. Uh, so yeah,
yeah. We
JavaScript maybe, but yeah, I'm really excited finally to have a time to dive into these MakerPad tutorials. I'm actually thinking about having fun with just like recording myself, recreating these tutorials and trying to come up with something different.
yeah, for
Uh,
sure. Well, you should. Yeah,
yeah.
we're happy to post those as well. So we'll do like a meta tutorial
Oh,
mashup.
it's remixing, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, exactly.
remixing. Come on, I know your words.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
exactly.
it's one more thing. What I'm thinking about is basically, as you said, dashboard UX isn't for Webflow, but I'm thinking about having like, I don't know, one or two screens. Thinking about just like creating them in Webflow, because some of them should be fairly easy, and then try to connect them, for example, to Airtable, and try to generate data from with Zapier and Airtable in Webflow.
Yeah,
And that will be the way for me, hopefully, to find a way how to learn this stuff on my own, because otherwise I'm super lazy, and without really having like a goal in my mind where I want to end up, I'm always just like, maybe no. But if this is something where I can, like, I don't know, wrap a video about or something. That would be I think something what I can achieve.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we've got our building projects bootcamp, which is live. You can take some of those. A couple of those are actually like projects to do with Airtable, Zapier, Webflow. You'd be able to do that in a couple of hours easily. And I think, yeah, people don't know what they don't know. And as soon as you almost get to that aha moment or know that you can connect these certain things, you're like, I can see how I could do the same scenario for multiple different things. There could be all sorts of different little widgets or whatever you could build for it. So yeah, how are you finding the education side of things? I know you do your own YouTube like courses and stuff. What is there a plan there to do more? Is it something you like or sort of just fell into, or how does that open around?
No, this is definitely what I try to learn now, and try to, I don't know, find my way to be comfortable with speaking in front of camera and stuff, as I'm trying to do now. But no, it's I feel like there is just a few people who are doing this right now, and I think it will be nice for people as well, instead of just like having how to create div blog, how to create this and this, to have actually someone taking it from the designer perspective, to basically just take something from scratch, what I just designed, and develop it in Webflow, or maybe even go further and just like have blank canvas in Sketch or Figma, and really take some project, develop it. That can be with like the dashboard, for example. So I can have one episode about how to design a nice dashboard in Sketch, and then take it from Sketch to Webflow, and then basically create like the whole course. Because I don't think there isn't that many things about this particular thing on YouTube or anywhere else. So I feel like that's the word which I hate. The niche is still small, or it's just like there is like a few few people doing this. So I think like why not? I had one guy reaching out to me that was like a really awesome testimonial. He was saying that he will be showing these tutorials. The first course which I did basically will be showing it to his two kids,
Yeah,
to help them to learn Webflow. And I was just like, damn, this is awesome. So
yeah,
this is something what makes me go. And it's just like, it's not like really releasing anything. It's more like that when people say this stuff that they learned Webflow thanks to me, or they just like give up on Webflow, and then they saw that I'm doing stuff in it, and they just like were like, hey, I need to try this as well. And then they send me like a website which they created. That seems awesome to me. And I think that's why you as well building the community as well, because I feel like when you see that there are people passionate about something similar, it's just like really nice feeling of sort of helping people.
yeah. I think it spurs people on to see other people in the same situation who've like just pushed this project a little bit further, or they've just got into this and they're new to it, and how do they start with Card or Webflow, whatever it is. But yes, it's really helpful to have that community of people around you who've either been there before or in the same boat as you.
So yeah, definitely. I actually finished cutting the job board which I was announcing 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Finished cutting it, so I'm only missing the intro and outro screens. Hopefully that should be done tomorrow, and hopefully, let's say Monday.
yeah.
It's Thursday now, so let's say Monday. It's hopefully going to be out.
Okay.
But yeah, that one is super super fun, because it's also my girlfriend's project, so I don't have to design anything from scratch. So she
Yeah,
basically just requests something, I design it,
yeah,
record everything, and it's just like, hey, here is a new thing. But it's also sort of a real project, so it can sort of help people see like a real life issue, which is again kind of unusual, because usually people just take, I don't know, dribble design,
yeah,
and code it. For example, as Pixel Geek or Nelson, they basically just take something what's created and try to recreate it in Webflow. But this
yeah,
is sort of again something slightly different. I'm basically taking something what's real, and what's have to be created for some other purpose, and basically taking people through the whole journey about how to create this.
yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
I'm learning a lot about how to be sort of energetic, because I think that's one of the hardest thing when you sort of coding stuff and you have to be like, hey, and it's just like so,
Yeah.
so that's when I suck
You have
for
to get a
now.
personality, and you have to shout about it and be really excited,
Yeah, but
and there's
how
no
can
one
you do
else in
that
the
for
room.
like, yeah. How can you do that for like 3 hours, right? So the job board is actually like, I was recording it at like 1 a.m. So it's just like, that was like after the whole day. So it's just like, hey, click here. Yeah. So it's just that one is long one. But yeah, I need to really learn how to do this in terms of like maybe do smaller things and then just release it instead of like having like a 5 hours of something and then cut it. That's also really, that you have to cut 5 hours, so it's
Yeah,
just like I'm postponing it for like so long. So I need to
yeah, yeah.
really do like a smaller stuff and smaller pieces and just like maybe release them one by one during the time. I'll be actually recreating my portfolio now, and redesigning it as well, and then creating it in Webflow. And I think that will be one of the part where I want to be like, hey, this is why I did this. This is why I did this, and then I can do it about like a few small parts and then develop it in Webflow. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the like recording and being on camera doing things at the same time is a skill in itself, and I mean, luckily I've hired Tom and Amy, who are way better at it than I ever was. And yeah, we try and do different formats of like workshops and have it more of a guided project that is more informal and casual, and you can see someone like fucking up sometimes, and you're like, oh, I gotta fix this thing, which I think that sometimes helps people, but other people want to have like a really pristine, everything's very
Yeah.
clear, everything's perfect. So it's a hard balance, and I think it's about, like, there's lots of people doing tutorials around no code, and it's awesome to see so many different people doing different things. But I think it's like a media world where we need different personalities. We need different types of people doing different types of tutorials in their own style and things. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think there's a site called nocode.video, which launched yesterday or was announced yesterday, I think.
Okay.
And I was talking with him before, and it looks like a Twitch style site,
Okay, I'm
and
going
it's
to
got
check
like
it out.
all the different people who do different tutorials and different videos and things, so you can see different different experiences and stuff there, which is awesome.
Nice. That's looking really nice. But that's
Okay,
pulling
great.
from YouTube, right? That's
I
maybe
think
pulling
yeah,
from
I think I
YouTube.
don't know whether it's automatic or whether it's more of a manual curation on his side. Yeah, it'd be
Okay.
interesting to see that. Yeah,
I'm going to check it out. That's looking really nice.
for sure. Awesome. Well, if there's anything else you want to plug, we'll wrap it up here. And it's been great to chat to you.
No, I think I'm fine. And definitely, I'm wishing luck to everyone who's new to this, and don't don't give up, because it's really for us designers. If I'm speaking as myself, for us designers, I think it's the step for the future. And I think in few years, once you won't be able to code your own stuff, I think it will be it will be sort of weird that you can't do it, because it's now super easy.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks so much, Jan.
Cool. Thank you so much, Ben.